Yay, my recording ended again. That really bugs me. That really bugs me that I can't record for more than 15 minutes. But what was I saying? This will be the second video. Actually, I was looking back at some of my videos. I thought the way I set up my videos would make them incredibly, incredibly difficult to actually follow. But somehow, the way I've set them up makes it so you can watch part 2 of a part, 1-2 video, or you could watch, the third of my Just Cause, 5 videos, and it will still make sense, because I don't know how that works. I guess I'm Jesus. Oh! I think there's a supply crate dropping. Where is it? Are you joking? It's a giant freaking aeroplane. There it is. Oh, it's pretty close, actually. Okay, I think I spent a lot of time moaning again. This is my thing. Basically, how my videos work is I will do 2 videos on every video game I review. And the way they work, the first one will be me comparing the game to other games, getting out any complaints I have, which is what I do for all the videos, apart from Assassin's Creed, because I didn't really have any complaints for that one. And this one was more me complaining about other games, because as I already said in the last video, this is easily my second favourite game of all time, because I was asked, I was asked what my favourite video game of all time was, and I had to pick between this one and another video game that I will be doing a video on very soon that will basically just be a marriage proposal to the game franchise, because I love the game franchise that created it, and it's, oh my god, I don't want to spoil anything. I'll just not say any more before I end up spoiling what the video is going to be. But yeah, and I picked this one as my second favourite game for no other reason apart from that it's the only game in its franchise, and the other game franchise has 3 main games and 2 spin-offs. It has 2 standalone expansions, so it's I guess one of them, 2 of them, 1 and 2 are on the PlayStation 3. 3 is on the PlayStation 4, except it's not called 3. It's called something. I'm spoiling again. And then one of the standalone expansion is on PlayStation 3, and the second standalone expansion is more like a massive, big game because it uses half of the sandbox from the third game, but only half of it, and so does actually both of them do. The standalone expansion on PlayStation 3 uses half of the sandbox, and the second game, and the second standalone expansion uses half of the sandbox from the third game. There wasn't a standalone expansion for the first game because I don't think it was a big enough franchise then. It got overshadowed by Prototype, and I will complain so much in my video. I'm already spoiling it. Anyone watches this video, if they know a game that fits all of that category, they will actually, the fact it was overshadowed by Prototype means that someone out there already knows what it is, but I'm not going to spoil it anymore. I'm going to talk about this game's mechanics, because I've been complaining about other games too much. So, what is the basic? I already said, actually I said it last video, didn't I? The basic mechanic is the parkour and the zombie fighting. The zombie sort of survival fighting and the parkour is basically, that's pretty much everything. I mean, there isn't much else. There's the parkour, but you'd think that a game that's only about killing zombies and only about parkour would get a bit boring. But this is a game entirely parkour, and it absolutely murders Mirror's Edge. Like, Mirror's Edge is creating a sequel called Mirror's Edge Catalyst soon, and it's creating a sandbox game because it thinks it can actually compete with Dying Light, and I'm like, no, it can't, because for anyone that knows, Mirror's Edge claimed it was going to be sort of like a big sandbox thing, and then it was closed levels, but that also was first-person parkour, and it did its first-person parkour quite incredibly similar to this one, actually. So I get an odd feeling that they are actually both on the same engine, even though they're not, or they might be. Plot twist. But yeah, and now Mirror's Edge is going to bring out another game that's going to be a sandbox parkour thing. But I just don't feel like it won't be anything near what Dying Light was, because Dying Light's already pulled off the first-person sandbox awesomeness, and the combat is atrocious in Mirror's Edge. If you ever use the combat in Mirror's Edge, it's so boring. Combat needs to be quite fun and interesting, and the way Dying Light does it is, you get points depending on what you do. In order to unlock your survivor skill, you have to do stuff like complete missions. You have to complete objectives on the map, and you have to grab these things that are the deliver the drop. They're just drops. That's all they're called. And you go get these things, and when they drop out of the sky, and then yeah, you go get these things when they drop out of the sky, and that allows you to upgrade your survivor skill that lets you get stuff like the grapple hook. It's incredibly handy. I've never found a game like Just Cause 2 had a grapple hook compared to Just Cause 3. They were kind of unnecessary in that game, even though, because I don't know if I actually mentioned it in the Just Cause 3 video, but the Just Cause 3 grapple hook is unneeded because you can practically summon a plane wherever you are, get in the plane or / helicopter, and fly. So the grapple hook is literally only for fun. So a mechanic that's only for fun. I'm behind the mechanic being only for fun, but the mechanic has to be for gameplay, and I think giving it to us right at the beginning of the game, it's just going like, okay, here are all the toys. But that's what Just Cause does. Just Cause pulls, Just Cause 3 specifically. My throat hurts. Just Cause 3 specifically pulls an Assassin's Creed. It gives us all of the fun mechanics right at the beginning of the game, and then we work upwards. Then we work in the game for quite some time, and we unlock something arbitrary to do. Like in Assassin's Creed, it's often you get all the fun stuff at the beginning. Apart from Assassin's Creed 2, I'm gonna change that right now. Assassin's Creed 2 does it properly. You get nothing at the beginning of the game. You get like one hidden blade and not even very good parkour skills, and then you get, by the end of the game, you're like freaking Jesus. Though Assassin's Creed 2 pulls a really mean thing by ending the game with you going to Rome. It actually lets you go to Rome and see the Rome sandbox, but doesn't actually let you explore it until the next game, and that really pissed me off, because I was like, I really thought you got to explore Rome in Assassin's Creed 2. Like, even if it hadn't been, even if there was like 1 or 2 missions that let you explore Rome, that would have been pretty cool. And even if it wasn't a very big sandbox, it could have been like a small, little, tiny version of Rome, or maybe like only a little bit of the sandbox. But I don't know, it just feels like it would have been so good. They missed out on just such a good opportunity. Oh. On the Assassins, I swear, no, I think Ubisoft don't understand what game innovation means. Because they created Assassin's Creed 3, but Assassin's Creed 3, Assassin's Creed 3 and Assassin's Creed 2.5 and 2 3/4, well, all of their sandboxes were smaller than Assassin's Creed 2. Like, all of the sandboxes. But then, they brought out Assassin's Creed 4, and that had, like, the massive sandbox, so that's okay, actually. I just think about it. And, I really don't understand how any of this even makes any sense. It's so confusing. My videos are so confusing. I don't really know what to say about Dying Light, really. It's certainly one of my favorite games of all time. Easily, I've clocked in like 50. How many hours is it now? You know what, we'll go to the main menu and check in a minute. But I think, I was trying to think of a general summary of this sort of game. It's a zombie parkour map that is insanely fun. Like, insanely fun. It has some mechanics, like the drop kick, no other game has, that are just so fun. That it's so fun. And then you can do stuff like this. You can jump up and stab people in the face, and then you can turn around and you'll be like, ah, boom, 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 boom. And then if this guy swings at you, you can throw him over a barrier. You wanna fight me? Oh, he dodged and swing. There you go. Bye, sir. Bye, sir. Bye. Oh, and one last thing to say about Dead Island is Dead Island's guns didn't have one shot on the head. Like in this game, you shoot something in the head, it blows up instantly, apart from the special zombies. The regular zombies in this game the regular zombies in Dead Island did not have one-shot head kills. And it was just incredibly annoying. Oh, I need lots of... Oh. Actually, I just realized I haven't even shown barely any of the content. I figured that once I said zombie parkour map, then you've all just immediately, for those 3 people out there that haven't already brought the game into the best thing ever created. Oh, I want to rugby tackle her. I really want to rugby tackle her, like off of this thing. Oh, these guys are very fun because they actually have the full parkour engine, just like you. Like they have the ability to use the full extent of the parkour. Oh, that thing. And they even find a way down. They will find ways to climb down to get to you. So they are actually genuinely fun enemies to fight. The volatiles do it as well, but the volatiles often are just incredibly overpowered. I can activate a light trap. Come here then. Come on. Run. Bye. Oh my god. Bye. Yeah, this game is just amazing. I don't know what to say about it. I've gone into New Game Plus because this is my actual completed game file I'm playing on at the moment, but I'm playing it in New Game Plus because I just like playing the story over and over again. I like the story. The fact that quick summary of the story is a file has been stolen and this agent called Kyle Crane is sent in to get it, but he gets bitten and nice survivors save his life, so he repays them. Well, he doesn't have to repay them, but he does because he's a nice guy. Are you kidding me? Bye. I keep turning. God damn it! Why do I keep getting the wrong controls? Oh, I do like this. For the first, they're not gonna do it now because I already killed one of their friends. But if you walk up to a group of enemies that you have not killed yet, then that you haven't gone anywhere near, then and you point a gun at them, they will actually surrender for a limited amount of time. If you just keep pointing a gun at them, eventually they'll realize you're chicken shit. You're not going to shoot them, and they throw knives at you, and then you accidentally pull the trigger button. But yeah, this is it really feels like it's very immersive. I will say that Dying Light is very immersive. It's very realistic, apart from its like depiction of parkour and the fact you can some of the drops you survive in this game are a little ridiculous, I'm gonna say that. And you get stabbed at one point, and that's a bit ridiculous as well, and I'm just like, oh my god. But I mean, it's more realistic than Call of Duty. Its guns are more realistic than Call of Duty, definitely. They work like normal guns. It's not like in Call of Duty where people could for those of you who don't know, in Call of Duty, about half of the guns aren't actually one-shot kills to the head. In Black Ops 3's campaign, I was testing different guns out. Half of them aren't even one-shot kills in the head. Bye. Yeah. Oh, that's another thing. Look, if a zombie gets burnt, their skin will go all sort of like gross and ew, and it looks like they've been burned. And if they get really burned, then they go all black and crispy. Trying to kill these guys with a gun is a bit of a that kind of thing to do. You can't really do it. So you have to sort of like... Killing them with a bow is quite fun. Actually, I haven't shown off the bow yet. I haven't shown off so much stuff. I'm probably going to have to do a third video on this just because there's so much stuff to show off. bow.